faulty, but you know, the great thing about this track is so big, it takes a couple, 3 minutes for the trucks to come around behind the pace truck. So they've got a lot of time here to diagnose what might be wrong and apply some repairs if possible. They don't look like they're overly energetic about getting it fixed.
Well, today it's baseball's premier rivalry as Derek Jeter and the Yankees will be in Boston to take on David Ortiz and the Red Sox with special coverage beginning at 3 p.m. Eastern only on Fox Sports 1, streaming live on Fox Sports Go.
Big Poppy.
Big Poppy. Hermie Sadler.
His terminal for the 32, nothing they can fix. It's a valve spring, or as the engine tuner from Hendrick Engines reported, something under the valve spring. So it's a terminal engine issue for the 32. Tough break for these guys. Dominant truck in practice and qualifying.
Sat on the pole position. As we said, he's on the pole for tomorrow's race, but what a fast truck they've had.
Fun to watch him race this truck for sure.
And I don't think he's given up on getting a decent finish here for this 32 truck. Now, he's not going to be able to contend for the win, but it wouldn't surprise me to see him race up there close to the top 10 here.
So we're under caution for the second time here at Pocono. Boyer, Dillon, Blaney, and Eric Jones in the lead. We'll be back to finish it. Glad you're back. It's time to shoot this thing out here at the Pocono Raceway. Clint Boyer filling in for an injured John West Townley finds himself in the lead.
Let's see if we can get a word with Clint before this last restart. Hey, Clint Boyer, last night about 8 o'clock, you texted me up and said, I'd drive that old chicken truck if those boys need some help. I like Zaxby's and John West Townley and those guys. And now here you find yourself leading. Can you hold off the pack?
Man, I hope so. It's John West did a good job, you know, setting this thing up. You know, it's a lot of fun running these trucks. Like I said, they're so air dependent. You can draft and everything else. That draft's going to be big here. If I can get out front and hold him off, you know, it's kind of like Talladega, Daytona. You're going to have to block some runs and be aggressive here, but I think we can do it.
All right, well, finish her up. It's been fun to watch. This is a big restart. These are the key to winning these races, so be ready, bro.
I'll try to make you proud, boss.
Love that.
All right, one lap to go before we go back to green. It's time now for our Ram Guts and Glory, and it has been a treat to watch Clint Boyer come through the field.
Yeah, just, you know, with his experience, got past Timothy Peters. Now he's going to pass the 20 of Justin Lofton and the 98 of Johnny Sauter at the same time. Here's Kyle Larson, the truck that's been so strong, and that was a battle right there for the trucks that have been down pit road under green.
And there's the crew chief, Mike Beam. Mike and John West Townley have done a great job bringing this truck to Pocono, running 7th in the first practice, giving Clint something that he had the chance to win with. But I'm telling you, I think Austin Dillon, right there on the inside of Clint, has a faster truck. We saw Austin run Clint down. He couldn't get around him. This is going to be a shootout. Another truck that's been really fast is Ryan Blaney. He's right behind Dillon. We talked at the start of the show what these restarts were going to be like. You're getting ready to see a crazy one.
So it's Boyer, Austin Dillon, Ryan Blaney, Eric Jones, Matt Crafton, Johnny Sauter, Justin Lofton, Joey Coulter, Herman Quiroga, and Jeb Burton in the top 10.
How about a call for Quiroga? Started at the back of the pack because he made adjustments during the qualifying session, has worked his way up into the top 10.
There he is in that 77 truck. Another fast truck right behind him is Tyler Reddick.
Remember, we talked about how important it was for Tyler Reddick to get by Ben Kennedy. Although Ben Kennedy did come to pit road, Tyler Reddick now will restart 19th. If he got the free pass, he would have restarted 22nd.
And behind all the trucks on the track.
I mean, 11th. He's going to restart 11th in the 19 truck.
This is the biggest moment of the race so far. Obviously, Kyle Larson having problems to set this up. But these guys, all those front 6 trucks have a chance to win this race.
Here we go. Green flag at Pocono.
Great start. Boston Dillon down on the bottom. He was nose to nose with Boyer as they went across the start-finish line. Here comes, is that Bubba Wallace looking to the inside? Yep. Here comes Herman Quiroga. You talked about that run he's having. He's on the inside. There goes Dillon around Boyer.
On board with Ryan Blaney. Dillon gets by Boyer.
Ryan Blaney's lost all his momentum. Now he's in the middle of a 3-wide situation.
What about Quiroga? He's going to make that move. Oh, he's tight.
Right in front of Matt Crafton.
Time is running out here. We're coming down to 7 to go. 8 laps to go right now.
Former series champion Austin Dillon has the lead, followed by Boyer, Eric Jones, and Johnny Sauter.
Look at this snake going down the front straightaway.
Eric Jones, another truck that's done a nice job. At the start of this race, he's talked about how loose he was and the truck wasn't handling properly, but they've made some adjustments. Look at Hornaday. He's going to get it up against Bubba Wallace.
Ben Kennedy makes a nice move on the inside in the 31 truck. Wow.
On board with Bubba Wallace.
That's racing back for the 11th position. Hornaday pushing ahead on the inside, but Bubba's going to hang on the outside.
Tough to go through that tunnel turn side by side. Looks like they're going to make it.
Oh, trouble. Tyler Reddick turned around by Armand Quiroga.
Third caution of the day comes out on lap 53.
Just got turned by the 77.
Yet another caution and a restart within the last 10 laps of this race.
We told you, didn't we?
Yep.
Tough break, though, for Tyler Reddick. Such a good run, strong run.
Had gotten his lap back.
And his lap back, made one mistake, speeding on pit road.
And those trucks were running inside the top 10.
And there you see it, 40% of the cautions have come in the final 10 laps.
Ooh, a lot of damage now to Quiroga's truck. He's not going to be able to emerge unscathed here. Left front tires down on that truck.
Heavy damage.
Yeah. He's going to have to come to pit road, give up all that track position.
What happened?
See, Reddick gets a good run here off the corner.
Oh, and just gets loose.
Gets loose. And
I don't know if Quiroga was trying to regain control of his truck or said, you run into me, I'm going to run into you back.
Let's take a look from Ryan Blaney's perspective.
He just tries to make the move on the inside of.
got loose before he ever got there, didn't he, Michael?
Yes, he did.
I think it was a situation where the 77 was just trying to regain control and move down to the inside and caught the right rear quarter panel on that 19 truck and turned him into the outside wall.
That's possible.
And that was a battle for the 6th position.
Both those guys have done a great job all day long, but we saw Reddick, you remember earlier in the race when he dove into turn 1 on that restart, got loose on the bottom. We know how tough it is to hold your lane on the bottom. Tyler Reddick, a young man, not having many super speedway starts, isn't used to that feeling. When he dove to the inside, he said, I'm sticking good, I'm going to make this move. All of a sudden, that truck sideways. He had no idea how important the arrow could be right there off turn 2.
And we're inside of 10 laps to go. He knew that was a position, probably a finishing position, so he was going for it.
Yeah, and he had a really fast truck. You said he restarted 11th, and he'd already raced his way up to trying to take the 6th spot away. So obviously a fast truck and a disappointing end to a promising day.
And Quiroga to pit road as well. As Phil pointed out, a lot of damage to the left front of that Toyota Tundra.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Now, where does Austin Dillon restart, Phil? We watched a year ago here, the outside prevailed. Boyer just tried the outside and it failed. Austin got the lead from the bottom.
I think I'd go to the outside.
I do too.
Austin had such a good run. I think
you should push it back in. I think it's going to get it on the tire if you do that.
I think he timed it just right. He had momentum. When Clint went, he was already rolling, moving towards him.
Let's check out the restart that won this race a year ago.
Work continues on the 77 of Armand Quiroga. As Phil said, a battle for 6 with Tyler Reddick. Brings out the 3rd caution.
This set up the last green-white checkered a year ago.
It was Ty Dillon in the 3 truck, Johnny Sauter in the 98.
And here from the outside in the 2nd position, That's the 29 truck of Ryan Blaney. He got on the outside of Quiroga. Quiroga got to battling with Miguel Peludo down into turn 1, and around sweeping on the outside, taking the lead was Ryan Blaney, and that was your race-winning move.
I like the outside here for Austin Dillon. I really do. He's going to be in control of the restart. That time, I think he actually snookered Clint Boyer a little bit on that restart.
That's a potentially race-winning truck. One bobble, one wrong move at the wrong part of the track. That tells you how tough the tunnel turn is. It tells you how tough this Pocono Raceway is. You've got to be precise for 60 laps. He got sideways, did Tyler Reddick earlier, got away with it. Not this time.
And these drivers will be shown the 1 to go as they cross underneath the start-finish line. Hermie Sadler.
Well, you guys were talking about restarts. Your driver is in position to win, but what's going to happen on this restart? He got the lead from the bottom last time.
Well, he chose the top here. I think just a good, clean restart. Maybe O'Salter will give us a good push. Try to get the Yingling Light machine in victory lane. That's our goal today, and we've been strong enough to do it. We'll just see how it works out.
That's Nick Harrison. He is a crew chief for Austin Dillon.
All right, thanks very much, Hermie.
Yingling, that's fun to say, isn't it?
And guys, remember, Brother Ty got his first nationwide win just 1 week ago at the Brickyard.
At Indianapolis, that's exactly right.
And then Austin followed that up with a top 10 in the Brickyard 400 the next day, and now he's looking to win another one.
Ray Dunlap.
Well, let's hear from Mike Beam. Any words of wisdom for your driver?
No, I mean, Clint's done a great job. You know, like I said, you know, this is a brand new setup for us, and it's still off a little bit. He's just driving it, you know, having some fun. And so, you know, it was okay, but we had that restart there, and things sit down on the front spring. You know, it kind of has got too tight, but, you know, he ain't going to give up. So, you know, hopefully we'll end up having a good day here. But I'm proud of everybody. Really appreciate Clint and Michael helping us out here.
All right, right behind Mike Beam, John West Townley watching along.
Just tremendous for this race team. A good effort here for Zaxby's, but a brand new setup, and they were doing really well with Mike and John West Townley, and Clint Boyer is going to give them some more feedback here and might even win them a race with it.
Exactly, and when we go to Michigan in a couple of weeks, this team will be better, more prepared, and ready to win the race again. So it's nice to see guys that work as hard as Mike Beam and John West Townley, that whole group. Mr. Townley sponsoring the truck. It's just good to see them have some success here at Pocono after what started out to be a dismal Friday afternoon.
You boys ready for a shootout?
Oh. I don't know.
Pace truck is off.
Clint Boyer needs a big push from Eric Jones. And the
Green flag.
Yingling truck needs a push from Johnny Sauter. But Eric Jones is going to want to take a left here, Phil, and get around Boyer.
See Blaney pull out here. Several trucks pulling out of line.
Boyer's got a good run.
Remember, he can get loose down on the bottom, too. Austin has the momentum from the high side.
So Dillon to the front, followed by Clint Boyer.
Here comes Matt Crafton. He's going to make it 3 wide going to the tunnel.
Eric Jones in the 51. Crafton's in the 88 right behind him, on board with Crafton.
Great move by Jones. He clears Sauter. That was a strong move. They're wrecking behind them. You heard Brett Griffin, the spotter, talk about Armand Quiroga crashing from.
I wonder if that might have had anything to do with the 19 truck.
So caution out for the 4th time. More damage to the 77 of Armand Quiroga.
Eavesdropping on the radio there, and spotter Brett Griffin said they're wrecking behind you, buddy. And he also said that it looked like Dillon was struggling over the tunnel. Try to put some pressure on Austin Dillon was the advice that Clint Boyer's spotter gave him to try to get closer to Dillon at the tunnel. But I just think that 3 truck of Austin Dillon's too strong for Boyer to be able to do anything with unless he's able to get something done on that restart.
Guess what, guys?
Green, white checker.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Look right side of your screen.
Whoa.
It looked like the 0-2 of Tyler Young got into the wall. It looked like the 19 truck was involved with that. Then the 19 truck came off of that and made contact with the 77.
I just think the 19 truck tried to wreck him once, didn't work, so he wrecked him again.
Wow.
Yeah. Obviously, he felt like the contact earlier was intentional.